All right, Isaac Harris. So I've been teasing it. I'll get to it now.
I'm ready.
To start the fourth quarter, Jason Kidd made a move that I thought was probably the smartest move he's made this season so far. The smartest lineup and definitely the most different lineup we've seen so far from them. The Mavericks finally went small. We have not seen them play with no bigs. We've talked about, well, can the Mavericks just get down to one big, right? Can they finally just play KP as the lone big? Can they finally do that? Then this game, they finally got down to zero bigs. They put out Brunson, Frank Ntilikina, Tim Hardaway Jr., Reggie Bullock, and Dorian Finney-Smith. Super small ball lineup. Dorian's the tallest guy in that, and he's 6'7". Then Frank and Tim Hardaway and Bullock are all like 6'5", and then Brunson's like 6'3", 6'2". And so that is a really small lineup out there against the Nuggets bench unit. And the Mavericks going into the fourth quarter were down by 4. They go out there. They have this incredible run. They go on a 14-2 run. The Mavericks are up 93-85 when this lineup ends. And they bide time for the starters. They bide time for KP and Luka to get some time on the bench. And they got out in transition, like we mentioned before earlier in the show. They got to run. They got to have a lot of hustle plays. They got to have everybody out there that could shoot. They hit a couple threes. It was an incredible moment in the arena too. The fans were just so behind it. And let me tell you, Frank Ntilikina.
Woo, let's go.
Mavs fans love them some Frank Ntilikina right now. I compared him to all the Mavs fans this offseason were like, man, I wish we could get an Alex Caruso. I wish we could get a guy like Alex Caruso that does these things, and they like list all the stuff that Alex Caruso does. We got Alex Caruso at home. His name is Frank Ntilikina, the French Prince. Like he's becoming that type of a guy and becoming that type of a player because he can check off all those boxes. The consistency, obviously, he's not on that level yet of Alex Caruso, but there were moments in that stretch where he was just like getting the crowd going, and everything he did, a steal, a three, anything, was really getting everybody going.
I know I was actually typing in Caruso's name right now because I wanted to see what his 3-point percentage was because I thought he was like a 40%.
Yeah. He's definitely at a different level than Frank right now.
No, but I saw your tweet and I was like, man, that's so good though. Like that's such a what the role of Alex Caruso. Like Caruso, like we just said, he did shoot 40% from 3 last year. But if Frank can continue shooting at a decently high clip, his defense is there. And it's like that role of what Alex Caruso plays, what he was supposed to play in Chicago. Now he's playing probably a lot more because Patrick Williams is out, but it's like that's the role for Frank. And man, he made some plays tonight. He had that play to where Jokic, somebody passed it to the corner and the guy started, I think it was JaMychal Green, started to cut, and then he just jumped up and just snagged it. Like, wingspan, let's go. And he just snagged it one hand. I mean, it felt like, yeah, man, if to get him to take the swing at a minimum contract, a former top 10 pick just a few years ago, and if he stays in this impactful role, I mean, I just had lunch with a guy the other day, an NBA media guy, and he was like, dude, they should start Frank. And like, I mean, that's the type of thing right now. It's like, if they really hit on Frank and he is like a legit rotation player for them and they hold on to it, like what a win for the front office and for the coaching staff of like, hey, your first year, you took a swing on a minimum guy and you turned him in. I mean, he's just straight up. Frank Ntilikina sent Josh Green to Frisco. So
yeah, he did.
I mean, and we're talking like first round pick, 18th overall pick. I mean, just 2 years ago? If that, I mean, I'd say 2 years ago. I don't even know if it was 2 years ago as far as actual time, but 2 drafts ago, because it was right before the bubble and like all that stuff. 2 seasons ago.
Local podcaster admits he can't count.
No, well, I was counting in the bubble because that draft was in like November or whatever it was, and get off me, Nick.
Yeah, but this run right here was absolutely massive, and I thought it really swung the game. It swung the energy. You had that moment where JaMychal Green and Frank Ntilikina were tussling for an offensive rebound. Frank was holding on to his arm a little bit, and then JaMychal Green just throws him down on the ground. The entire crowd was ready to fight JaMychal Green, I think, at the end there. They review it, and then they just call double text on JaMychal and Dorian Finney-Smith. And you don't want to step up to Dorian Finney-Smith because
no. And can we like recognize like what a cool moment that was for for a teammate? Like that play wasn't dead. Like it's not like there was a foul and then everybody's just standing there and the Dorian's just like chimed in, whatever. No, that play happened. Dorian got the ball. Dorian just went and pushed him. And it's like, hey, like you can't, not on my watch, not on like I'm his brother, I'm his team. teammate. You're not going to do that on my watch. And then, you know, all that stuff. And too, I'm like, I want Dorian Finney-Smith in my corner. If I'm going to war, if I'm going to battle, give me Dodo all day. That's what teammates do. Loved every bit of it.
It was awesome. It was a great moment. It got the crowd into it. The crowd was really feeling it. And then every bucket after that was just another one where it took them to a different level. And then the Mavericks have a 8-point lead at the end of that run. They were down by 4 when they started. They had an 8-point lead at the end of it. And I thought that was a real big moment where we wanted Kidd to try new things. And he did. He threw out that small ball lineup. They were able to run on the Nuggets around the second night of a back-to-back. And I thought it really changed the game.